How's it going, guys? Bring your platoon here, and welcome back to another phenomenal game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I'll be playing in the Valour on World of Tanks console, obviously, or otherwise known as the T95/FV4201 Chieftain on the PC version of the game. And this thing, of course, got nerfed from PC to console, but it's still great. Should I go into the gun stats and armor stats? I'll just go into the gun stats. 120mm gun, 270 pen on the standard APCR rounds, 322mm of pen for the premium APCR rounds, and then 440 damage on average per shot for both the standard and premium APCR, with the British specialty HESH rounds getting, of course, the whopping 140mm of penetration, dealing 530 upon penetration instead of 440. Its dispersion is a little lackluster for a British heavy tank gun, 0.35, and 2.1 for aim time. Top speed of 46 kilometers an hour, 2200 health. Reverse speed is 15 kilometers an hour. 410 view range. I think that's only on the console version. Is it on the console version? I think the console version got nerfed view range by like 10? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I should really have the console version just loaded up every time I do these commentaries. But I'll never learn. Or maybe I will. Who knows? So, this game is all about me. My comrade is nowhere to be found because he's doing whatever else. He's not playing World of Tanks. It's fine. I'm over it. I'm only a little bit lonely. I can do fine just by myself. So, this game, I get my good damage in, except I make a few minor mistakes. I could have gotten penned there by the M103 popping out to shoot at me, but I figure I have enough time to go in between his reload to pop a few into my own tank. That probably shouldn't have went through, but it did anyway because reasons. The T95E6 put a shot into me. I feel like the allied tank in front of me right there is using me as a damage sponge, but I hear the enemy Valour fire into my Jagdtiger to my right behind me, and then that's when I know it's safe to pop out because the Valour's backing off. Like, game! How about you fucking work for once? That'd be great. I aim right at the ass end of that M103 and it bounces off. Like, sure. I get a track pen on the enemy Valour, hoping that somebody puts a shot into him like this fellow E5 to my left. But he's, of course, not paying attention, and now he wants to pop out because fucking why would you want to shoot a track target? I mean, Jesus. I magically side scrape perfectly and don't bump the E5 at all when he goes back into position. This guy wants to get shot again, so I put a shot into him instead of hitting the ground, which looked like a very iffy shot. I probably fucked up that T95E6's shot on the Conqueror, but it's fine. He should have been aiming better and getting the fuck out of my way, but I also understand that I have armor and he does not, so maybe he's just rushing in and out to try and get damage. But, why do I have premium loaded? Oh, to overplate the Conqueror, and to go through the mantlet of that AMX-30B, AMX-30, the Tier 9 version of the AMX-30B. Wait, if that was the AMX-30, why does it have the turret like the Tier 10 would have? And then, oh look, a very healthy E100 has joined the fray, and has entered the fray, and I need to finish this guy off. Hopefully my alpha will let me kill him. I'd have to low roll pretty badly for me not to finish him off, but there he goes. I still have premium loaded because there's an E100 in front of me and I don't want to bounce off, because every time I fire at him and expose myself, I have a chance to get 750 alpha in the face if that is indeed the gun he is using. I always struggle looking at E100s to tell what kind of gun they're using until they actually fire it at me. If they're shooting heat, obviously, sorry, I keep burping, it's the big gun. I just had a monster, probably should have waited to do this. And I thought, I'll just floor it forward and have my ally put a shot into him, then I can finish him off with another shot. But of course, the ally bounces because he's not using heat. I'm using premium. I shoot into the dead tank because I'm a fucking genius. But I have found that even with 9 seconds of reload on this thing, I actually changed the loadout for it. I used to have vertical stabilizers, gun rammer, and vents. I took off the vents, and I added on a coated optic, coated optics, just to help out with the view range a little bit more. And that's helping me get more spotted damage, and I kind of prefer it now. So, yeah, instead of reloading just a little bit over 9 seconds, or just about 9 seconds, your reload is like 9.3, so no big deal. And I'm rushing to get this Hesh pen, and I really want to Hesh that light tank because I fucking love doing it. But every time I do, I have bad luck, but not fucking this time. That was awesome. Was that 554 or 504? Either way, it was a higher roll than normal. Kind of wish it was higher, but you can't have everything you want every game. But I could not have asked for a better game here. Like, I side-scraped perfectly, I had a half-decent team working with me, and the team wasn't smashing the enemy team, so I could get a lot of damage, and I didn't die during this one, so that's fucking awesome. Of course, he puts a free pen into me because the gun handling isn't that terrible. M60, of course, puts a free shot into me, yep. But I know that I have to engage him, otherwise he'll just reload and put another shell into me. Finish off the M60. Of course, the Valour has lost its patience and is now going to switch targets, because why not? And now, because he switched targets, I lived, and I'm going to put one more shell into that light tank, snapshotting him for what seemed like should have missed, absolutely. And guess who gets to finish him off? Yeah, me. Well done. And where's the Artie? Somewhere where he should be, but for some reason no one else cared to look in that location. So that was awesome. But I get the kill. Also, if you guys heard a cat meowing, that was one of my cats. Sorry about that. But yeah, 7 kills in this game, and I got 7,000 something. Very close to what my comrade got the other day on El Haluf. Of course, naturally, I didn't have any spotted damage this game, being a town map. But, yeah, I'm still proud of it. This is the best game I've had in this tank so far, and I look forward to getting a 10K game, if it is indeed ever going to happen. But, like, look at this. I barely have a shot on this hatch, and what happens? Yeah, great ending to a great game, and really wish I had that nice chunk of hit points to my damage total, but unfortunately the medium beat me to it and put a free shot into him. 7,800 damage base. Oh, loved it. And this was also the game that I got the 2nd mark of excellence in. Oh, I can't wait to get that 3rd mark. It's going to be a bitch considering what you have to get in this tank every single game, but I'm pretty sure I could pull it off considering that every other game I get like 4,000 damage in it. So, yeah, or higher. But I really wanted to go past 7K, and I did this game, and I'm just really proud of it. It's not phenomenal, but it's the best I've had so far, again. I had planned to stop the recording just now, and then I realized I had enough games to do a double feature, so I might as well squeeze another one in there. This is going to be another great game in the Valour, because it's not an OP tank at all once you get it hauled down. No. Not at all. Well, I guess not any more OP than the Conqueror, considering it has a 9-second reload time instead of the Super Conqueror having a 6 reload oh, God, I butchered that. 6-second reload for a 120mm gun. But whatever, it's fine. Oh, and it's more accurate than this tank. So funny. So funny. It doesn't have the 440 alpha like this tank does, though. So that's something, right? Cool. Anyway, moving on. We're going to be on Erlenberg. We're going to have a decent team ahead of us. And in the beginning, it's going to look like a shit show, but I promise the good times are coming. I promise it's worth it to stay on this video. Please don't click away. I need your view time. I do appreciate it. Thank you for staying. Thank you for staying instead of clicking on one of those videos on the sidebar to your right. Really do appreciate it. Okay, now that I am sure that you're staying, very stereotypical play here, going up the 9-0 line and making very good use of my gun depression and hoping to Christ that T92 HMC does not dig down on me with an AP round or just any shell in general, because if he does near me, I will lose a good chunk of my health. No question. But, fortunately for me, and us in general, people that are watching, it doesn't happen. The only issue that I'm going to be having is with this T95 E6, and he's really not that much of a threat because I don't think he pens me once. Maybe he does. But we'll see what happens. So, right off the bat, we got a few free shot opportunities here, and I'm an idiot because I don't know how to set up. Yeah, well done T95 E6 on my team for doing absolutely bumfuck nothing and just running away instantaneously the first time you're penned. Well done. The enemy Batchat drowned himself? Apparently? Cool. Alright. I'll take it. Didn't even realize that in the game, but sure. I'm going to take that T95E6's spot now, and I'm going to tip my tank upward like so, and every time that T95E6 on the enemy side pops up, I should be able to put a contesting shot into his hatch, although with .35 accuracy, I'm not going to be able to hit it every single time I fire at him, just because of the inconsistency and dispersion and RNG values, etc., etc. It's going to make me hit everywhere around there, not just what I want to hit. So, of course, this player is not an idiot. He's not going to pop out, and as I say that, he fucking pops out. I was going to say he doesn't pop out when he knows I'm looking at him, but he did just there. So, excuse me for thinking he was some sort of fellow Unicom player. Maybe he is. I don't know. I'm not judging too early. But, oh, our Waffle just dicked out a 279E. Very nice. So I realized that I have to put a play in here, and I bounce off the side. Or I guess it was like his rear turret, because I shot at a really dumb place. But I did not want to get shot by that T95E6. And turns out I'm a liar. I did get shot. And I did want a full roll healer. Yeah, a full roll of damage here, but I'm like, whatever. I need to finish off that hard case before he becomes an issue. Even though he's not really an issue to me, but that fucking spaced armor on that tank is just, it's stupid. I hate the hard case. You shoot it side on with premium. Heat, I can understand being absorbed, but like 322 APCR full side on, go fuck yourself, game. Like, come on. And then the tortoise bounces off me because why not? I put a free shot into my fellow tank, and this other tank is doing exactly what he should be doing. We're encircling this Valour, even though he's getting dicked on from all sides because he's not paying attention. And, you know what? I take back what I said about my fellow heavy tank. He's not doing what he should be doing. He should just be staying close to the side, and that T95E6 should be not the one that just took the shot for me. Good on him. Appreciate that guy. Might as well give you a shout out. What was it? I already forgot your name. Sorry, dude. I wanted to give you a shout out, but it just wasn't in the cards for me to do so. I've got a standard round loaded. I'm going to shoot one into the wall because I'm super good at this game. And get away from this graveyard of tanks because they're advancing on our base already, because this is what always happens when you go this way. It seems. In my experience, this is what always happens. Do I want to finish off that tortoise, or do I need to go back to the base? I need to absolutely go back to the base. Because I can get hull down on these kids, despite the arty still being alive, and I can use my gun depression to put shot into them without being punished, except, of course, by their arty. And even having 9 seconds, that's still enough time for me to put 2 shots into an E100 before he has a chance to reload his shell. So, that's pretty cool. I see the Waffle making a move, and I do believe I biffed this Hesh shot because I fire a little bit too preemptively and just miss outright. There's a VK out in the open. I once again want to take another shot at the Waffle 100. Oh yeah, yawning during a fucking recording session. Brilliant. I just put a standard round into him because I did not know where he was going to pop out of. But I put a shot right through that little archway, or the doorway of that building there. Artie decides to shoot at my allied E100 instead of me. Thank you for taking that hit, Artie. Or E100, thank you so much. Put a nice placed shot into the VKK side. VK7201K, whatever the fuck that thing is. side, right into his weak point, quote unquote. And now we're going to make our way down to that hill, down to the K line, and make sure that these country bumpkins get off the fucking base. Because the last thing I need is for them to cap it out when I don't even have the damage to get my mark to go up yet. So I see this object 263, and I'm like, you know what? He's probably pretty hull down where he is. He's probably, pretty, yeah, again. I'm just fumbling over my own words, and I do apologize. But where that 263 is, he should be able to hold his own against whatever goes against him, unless a heavy were to rush him like the VK is trying to do in H8. I'm going to put a finishing shot into him, but before I do, I'm going to reset the base and put some pressure on what I thought was a different medium tank, but is actually a Tier 9 Skoda. And we're going to put one shot into him, potentially making him a one-shot if I played that really poorly. I don't know why. I just didn't point my entire tank to him. I thought the VK was going to start looking at me, and sure enough he does. And he biffs it into the ground! Well done, idiot. Well fucking done. And then our T-92 puts a finishing shell into the Skoda TP instead of shooting the full health Jagdpanzer E100, although he probably couldn't have. And then I bounce off the E100's turret twice because RNG hates me, even though I have 322 standard... Sorry, 322 premium pen. And I was like, fuck you, I'm not going to bounce off your lower plate, so that's where I'm going to put my shot. What their Artie was doing here, I don't have a clue. I don't have a goddamn clue, because he could be shooting at me right now, and I would die from a direct hit. Our Artie puts a 1,000 roll into the Jagdpanzer E100, a much-needed hit for us to turn this into a victory, and then I'm going to put a finishing shot into the Jagdpanzer E100, because the superstructure of that thing is nowhere near as impressive. Well, is it around the same armor thickness as the E100? Or, sorry, the E100's turret? I think it is. They have very similar thicknesses, but one is more angled than the other. And yet easier to go through. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe RNG was just fucking with me and decided to give me minus 25% rolls because I was having good games all day. That's a lie. I had several bad ones today. And some of them even had me on like 2,000 damage and my team got steamrolled. So that was pretty awesome. And here, I hesitate. I'm like, I could get another free shot into the waffle, but then I'd get spotted again, and then the Artie could hit me. So I'm going to decide to do a little flanky flank and move up to, like, I'm going to say E9, because the Artie didn't move, and where he was firing from, I can get cover from the Artie while shooting at the waffle E100 down in, like, I don't know, F7, F8, probably F8. While hiding behind that house on that hill over there, to my right, that I will eventually go to. I'm like, oh, where is he? He's probably still behind the house. Cool, okay. I'm going to assume that he is, and go to that house so I can get cover from Artie, so he can't do dick to me unless he splashes me miraculously while I'm still behind the house. But that doesn't happen. As a matter of fact, when I pop up to shoot the waffle, something miraculous happens. He places his tank, you'll see. He places his tank perfectly, just enough outside of the house for me to shoot at it, but also simultaneously, I'm not going to get detected for firing that shot because he can't fucking see me. His turret is so big that the eyes on his turret, the optics on his turret, were not facing me. I guess it doesn't matter if he's facing me or not, but yeah, they were blocked. His vision was blocked by the house, and I just think that's so funny. And even with .35 dispersion on this gun, I feel like I'm confident enough to take out this waffle in one more shot. As long as I go pretty slow, he's still looking at the front of the hill like that's where I'm coming from. Oh my god, what a fool. And then I could, of course, get Artied here. I don't, miraculously. I think I hide behind this building just in time. No, their Artie doesn't even fire. I do detect the enemy Artie, though, around this area. Unfortunately for me, though, I don't have a good shot on him, and I could very easily miss, so I'm like, whatever, I'm just going to relocate behind these buildings, get some I want to say get some distance, but no. I'm thinking about popping out here, but I'm like, no, doesn't matter. If he didn't move, I still don't have a decent enough shot, and he could just shotgun me or whatever. So I pop out again. He's in the same spot, or backing up slowly. That's what it looked like he was doing. I'm going to gain some speed, and then I'm going to floor it to this little dip in the water in front of me. I'm not going to jump off the bridge, although it kind of looks like I do a little crazy maneuver here. I know the T-92 doesn't have good gun depression, and I'm counting on that to be my savior here because it looks like I just try to drown myself here, but I promise I meant for that to go a little smoother, and the T-92 does have a shot on me here. So, that's a little terrifying. Didn't think he could pull that shit off, but he did. Thought his tank was like facing upwards for some reason. Because if you face hug the T-92, he cannot aim down on you. Like, at all. If you put him on a slight slope, he can't hit your tank. He'll just be aiming straight towards the sky. As much as he can depress the gun, he won't be able to do shit. It's pretty much like a S-51 type of deal. But I don't want him to know where I'm coming from. He assumes I'm just going to bum rush him from the front. I'm not stupid. I'm going to go around, especially being on the health that I am right now, with my Hesh loaded, 140 pen, with 550 alpha. And, is that even right? 550 alpha for the fucking... Sorry, 530. Whatever. Put a finishing shot into him. Hopefully it rolls decent enough, and it does. One shot, the T-92, and that nets me a nice, decent chunk of damage. Let's round up 6,200 plus what? Plus 2,500. That is 8,700 damage combined. Wow. Good shit. And a lot of it was base damage yet again. But in this game, I got a little bit more assisted / spotting damage. So, very good on that T-92 for being the best arty he could be. And that Object 430U, who also did some decent work that game. Not enough to go up in the mark, but decent enough to assist with the team and earn a thank you from me. So, hope you guys enjoyed the double feature. Did not intend on making it a double feature, but that's what it turned into. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll check you next time.